In this video, we are going to recreate this cool content rotating slider from scratch so you can use it to build impressive websites. This slider is really different because of the circular animation down here, but also because every time this changes, the background changes and the fruits up here also changes. And you can actually also click over here to go to the next flavor. And this is of course also responsive, as you can see here. And by the way, all of this is made without any plugin. It's just pure Elementor and some code. So if I click here and go inside the editor, you can see that this is basically just a few containers and some code. So you can see here, if I right click, here is the structure. So down here we have some code, but I'll provide you with the code and everything. As you can see here, here's the images and down here is the code and yeah, everything. And you can find this link in the description below. So let's go back and delete everything so I can show you how to rebuild this from scratch. Okay, the first step is creating a main container. And by the way, I actually forgot that there is an even faster way to achieve this. And that's in here in the resource link. So you can see down here, you can download the full template and then you'll get this file. And then it's actually really easy because you can just drag and drop this inside. And there you go, now you have the entire design imported and ready for you to customize. But just remember that this is of course a premium feature, so you can only download this if you have access to my template club, which you may have heard me talk about before. So you get access to all of these templates. You can see this template is right here. And sometimes my members message me, like Maurice here, who landed an 8K project using one of these templates. And that email made me really happy. But let's jump back so I can show you how to rebuild this from scratch. Again, I'll just delete everything. So the first thing was creating one container. This will be our main container. So the main container here should have a height of 850 pixels. And in the gaps, I'll just click here to remove them. Then I go into style and give it a gradient background, like this purple background here. So inside the resource link up here, you can see that we have colors here. And this will make sense in a moment. But for now, you will just go ahead and copy this color code and insert it up here. And then the second one is the other color code over here and insert it. And then down here in angle, just write 270. Great. So the next thing I'll do is right click and find structure, because now we can rename everything and this will make it so much easier for you to follow along. So I'll rename this hero container and then go inside the advanced tab, because now we want to add a CSS ID and a class. So go inside the resource link. And down here you can see the ID and classes. So in here I'll just copy this one and insert it down here, and the same goes for the next one. We are going to insert a lot of classes and ideas, so make sure to get all of them right. Alright, now we're going to make all the containers inside here. So to make sure it's inside, click on the container over here and click the plus icon and choose container. So now you can see it's inside. Let's rename this container and make sure to align items inside this one and click center. Then go inside advanced and give it a CSS class. So I'll just go back to the resource link and copy this one, info layer, and insert it here. Inside this container we need a new container, so make sure it's selected up here and click the plus icon and click container. And the only thing we'll do with this container is add a CSS class. So I'll go back and copy this one and insert it here. Great. So let's add a heading inside this one and write Kiwi and make sure it's an H1 centered. And I use this font I can't pronounce, but it's this one, 65. Make it white. And this should also have an ID and a class, and this time it's just title and title. Then let's add some text content underneath this. So I'll just find the text editor and drag it in here. Choose this font, and this should also have a CSS ID and a class. So let's just quickly add in a button. I'll just style this and fast forward. You know how to do this. Great. Next up, we will create this ball that's moving. So let's create a new container. Click on the main container and click on the plus icon and create a new one and rename this and give it a CSS class called hero layer also. And then add another container inside it and rename this pie. Give it CSS class and CSS ID and add an image inside like this, and I'll just choose this one. You can download the images from this link down here. And this image should also have a CSS class that's called HeroPie. Alright, so now for something really important, because we are going to insert the JavaScript code. But if this is too overwhelming, I just want to mention again that you can download the template. Once this video is out, I'll actually have a coupon code called Summer 2026 that you can use on my checkout. And then you'll get a crazy discount. So just remember that. So let's continue building. So scroll down to the bottom and find the plus icon and search for HTML, drag it in, and then go to my resource link. I'll just go back and copy the CSS code first and insert it, and then just duplicate this HTML so we have two of them, and just copy the script and insert it like that. I'll just rename this container code. Great, and just make sure that this code container is outside the hero section. So you can see here it's two separate ones. Okay, so click on the hero container and make a new container, because now we are going to create this thin ring. This container should be called ring. Inside this container, create a new container and actually create two of those. And the first container up here should just have a CSS ID ring and also a class called ring. And this one should have a CSS class called indicator ring. And then go up to the plus icon and create a container inside this container. And this container should have a CSS class called indicator dot. Great, let's close down these containers so we have a better overview and create one more container. I think we have 2 or 3 containers left in total. So click on the hero container and click the plus icon and create a new one. Rename this overlay and give it the next class and ID. And actually up here in padding, let's just give this 50 pixels. We'll use this later. Great. So now let's create all the flavors down here so we have some images. So click on the hero container again and create a new container and call this flavor. Make sure it's not full width but boxed, and inside advanced I'll give it this CSS ID and this class. Then inside this flavor container add a new container and call this flavor1 and give it a CSS class flavor data. Then make a heading inside this container and write and make sure it's h3. Go to advanced and give it a CSS class. Duplicate this one and then go inside the resource link and find colors. I know it's a bit weird, but copy this line, replace it up here and make sure this HTML tag is P and go inside advanced and give it a new CSS class. So flavor color instead. And let's just rename this heading. And then underneath this, add an image and choose the green ball image. Give it a CSS class called flavor image and also rename this flavor image. Then add one other image. This will be our background. So you can see here I choose the background that matches the green ball and make sure it's set to full. Rename this background, and this should also have a CSS class called flavor background image. So in a moment we'll duplicate the flavor 3 more times and just change out the images. But we actually need one more thing, and that's a description. So just add one more heading, and in here just write something like this. I'll just copy this lorem ipsum text, insert it, and then choose HTML tag P and go inside advanced and give it a CSS class. Okay, so now make sure to click up here, publish to save this, and then reload this page. And then some of the things fall in place. So you can see we have the thin line here and the Kiwi text here. So let's just go inside. I'll close down and go inside the flavor. And now we need 3 more of those with the other flavors. So duplicate this 4 times or 3 times and just rename the numbers here. And then you want to go inside each of them and change the flavor image to the right ice cream. I'll just fast forward. There you go. And now I'll click publish and refresh again. Now you can see all of the flavors. I actually forgot to rename the flavors. And if you click one of them, you can see that it's actually beginning to work. So I'll just quickly rename these the right names. There you go. Now let's create these arrows. So I think this is the last container actually. So let's close down these. Click on the hero section again and choose container app layer. And inside that, we'll just add an HTML field like this. And at the bottom, here is the navigation arrows. I'll just copy this code and insert it. Let's click publish and view in a new tab. So now you can see the animation is working, but the background does not change and you can't see the fruits up here in the corners. So let's fix that. So go inside the hero container and go inside style and remove this gradient background. And now everything suddenly got white, and that's actually not supposed to happen. But I think I know why. We made a mistake, and that's inside the flavor, and inside flavor 1 you will find this background color. And here I can see I made a mistake because it says kiwi in front. The same goes for the next one down here. Here's the same mistake. So this one should just be the purple one and so on. So I'll just insert all of these. I'll just fast forward. Great, so now publish and refresh this and then it should work. Now it's working. Let's just view it in a new tab. So I actually think we'll just move this button down and then add a menu up here. Hold on. There you go. So now we have a menu up here, but I assume you know how to do that. So let's just skip that part. Okay, so I just quickly added some real content here and made this button a bit more unclear. So now we are actually almost done, but let's just take a look at how it looks on mobile. There you go. It's actually automatically responsive, which is really cool. But I actually added a button here that's probably not on your version right now. So just add a normal button in the center. That's really easy. Great, so that was it for this video. But I actually have an entire playlist with tutorials like these. So check them out.